Some of you might remember some of these rat studies from the 70s and the 80s. One of these rats definitely does not look like your typical rat. And that's because they're manipulating a hormone called leptin. Any of you remember these studies from the 70s and 80s? They thought they struck gold because they could manipulate a rat to become fat or thin depending upon this hormone. However, it was much more complicated than that. And so today we don't necessarily have a drug that manipulates leptin like they had hoped. But one factor that has been found over the course of these last several years, and much of the research that I have in the book is very recent on fasting, is that insulin, like insulin, when you have excess leptin, it's associated with a mouse that looks like this. But when you withdraw food, not only does insulin fall, but leptin also falls. And the neat part about that is when leptin falls, it stimulates a hormone called human growth hormone, HGH. Remember people getting the injections for that about 20 years ago, really trying to get that build up in their system? Because human growth hormone is most elevated when we're in our youth, in our 20s. And it's associated with lean muscle, burning fat, and repairing, basically, the oxidation associated with aging. So it promotes wellness and reduces the aging aspect. The neat part about this is leptin levels do not rise again unless an unhealthy diet is resumed. So literally, if we go through this process, we eat accordingly, our leptin levels can be reduced and our growth hormone can be elevated.